Today on the channel is the return of the Kyle Peterson Top 10, and we got a special one here today as we're talking my top 10 favorite Penta figures of all time.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another edition of the Kyle Peterson Top 10, a Thursday tradition here on the channel. As every single Thursday, we're doing a top 5 and occasionally, like today, a top 10 countdown. And today we got something special. We got our top 10 Penta figures of all time. Now, got to put a massive asterisk on this one here, as maybe we're jumping the gun. Maybe it's a little bit soon with this one, as Penta has just recently, as we know, I guess I say recently, but it's been over a year now, but we're just recently getting Mattel figures. We've had a defining moments in a main event so far. Obviously, you asked me 1 or 2 years from now, this list is going to be flipped on its head, as we're predominantly looking at AEW figures from Jazzwares, Boss Fight, some bootleg stuff that I usually don't count in these things. So we don't have a wide variety. Now, we got a lot of Jazzwares Pentas. We got 2 Mattels. So you asked me again in a couple of years, this list is going to be totally different. But I figured it'd be a great time to celebrate with the recently released defining moment. Of course, the Ringside collectible exclusive. Use code Kyle, save yourself 10% over there at Ringside to do a Penta top 10 and a lot of amazing looks. You know me. You give me a mask, you give me face paint, I'm all in. So I've been a Penta fan since Lucha Underground, maybe even before that. I can't remember the first time I heard about Penta. I even got to meet Penta and Ray Phoenix at the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame back in like 2017, 18, 19. What is time once again? So been a big Penta fan for a long time. Anxious to see where he goes in the WWE, and even more anxious to see what kind of looks we get in action figure form in the future from Mattel. So we got a lot of good stuff to celebrate here and a lot of stuff in the future to celebrate as well. But as we always do with these lists, reminder, it is my list. Put your list in the comments down below. We're going to start at number 10, work our way to number 1. Number 1 being my absolute favorite Penta figure of all time as of right now. So without further ado, let's kick it off. Number 10. Countdown begins at number 10, and we go to AEW Jazzwares. Not going to be the last time you see them on this list. And we go to AEW Unmatched Series 8 for, of course, Penta Oscuro. Is that how it's pronounced? Dark Penta. He's going to bury a dead body if he needs to here. But the reason this one's on the list is because it is different. It's very different from the other Pentas we had. And when you get a lot of, I don't like to say same old, but you get a lot of Penta in the same gear, but you get it red or gold or silver or black and white, whatever it may be. Stuff like this stands out and it feels different and is definitely worth the pickup. This one, like I said, from Unmatched Series 8. A good looking Penta at number 10. Next up, we take a look at number 9 Penta figure, and this one could be a little bit of recency bias. Gotta be honest, as this just recently came out, I did pick it up. We're going to WWE, we're going to Mattel, we're going to the main event line. As I said, I have a feeling we're going to have a lot better figures, and I do fully expect, you ask me in a year or 2 years from now, this one probably won't be in the top 10, but it was his first Mattel figure that ever hit shores, I guess, over here. It is cool. You got the multiple mouths here like we saw in the defining moments as well. But what I really like about this one is how colorful it is. You know, we do get some decent colors, but this is the brightest Penta figure we've ever had between all the toy lines that have made Penta figures. So this one stands out, but as I said, as we get more elites and the eventual ultimates, have to imagine this one might end up falling off the list here in a year or 2. But as of right now, comes in at number 9. We're feeling great at number 8, and for number 8, we go back to Jazzwares. We go to Unrivaled Series 6. We go to Penta. Shocker, I know. The gold and black attack, rinse and repeat the Jazzwares formula, much like the Jacks before it. Get kind of the same figure, paint them differently, and voila, you got a new figure. But the black and gold really stands out on Penta. It's a good look on him. Really enjoyed this figure when it came out. Still enjoy it now. Title belt's always nice. Extra hands are always nice. Unrivaled Series 6 comes in at number 8. Countdown keeps rolling on, and this time we go to AEW Jazzwares, but we go to the Jazzwares Vault. We go to an exclusive 3-pack, the Death Triangle 3-pack, for Raiders fan, John Madden fan, Penta. Penta here, of course, Death Triangle. We'll never forget Ray Phoenix, Pac, and Penta. Very fun, cool box set, and amazing packaging. Jazzwares, they always did best packaging, always some awesome packaging designs, especially over there at the vault. But the silver and black attack on Penta looks good. Once again, title belt, extra hands, all the bells and whistles. The Vault 3-pack extra special coming in, number 7. Here we are, the number 6 selection in our Penta Top 10 countdown. And this one, dare I say, could be the sleeper of the countdown. I think in the pantheon of AEW Jazzwares Penta figures, this one is forgotten by a lot of people. And maybe it's because it was a 2-pack Amazon exclusive, obviously with his brother Ray Phoenix. It is Penta in gold and black, but it's the camouflage gear. And that's what makes this one feel a lot different. I like the subtle hint of camouflage. You don't see it at the first notice. And I guess that's camouflage in general. You're not supposed to see it, but it does take a while to notice that, at least for me. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it really adds a lot to this figure. Really like this one. Dare I say, once again, the sleeper of the countdown, coming in at number 6, Amazon exclusive 2-pack Penta. Hit the halfway point at number 5. You got your list together? Put it in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You guys know we got videos every single day. Dare I say 4 videos every single day between the 2 YouTube channels. And every single Thursday, we're doing a countdown of some sort. Check it out. Subscribe to both of the channels. And check out Patreon while you're at it. But here we are at number 5. We're going to Unmatched Series 7 once again from AEW Jazzwares. We're going to the red and black attack for Penta. Red and black always pops on an action figure. It's a great color combination. And Penta, dare I say, he wears it well. You got the tongue sticking out. You got the colorful tattoos, face paint mask, playing all the hits here. He's just missing being a hairy bipedal creature. Maybe we'll get the Bigfoot edition one of these days here. But I really do like this one. Unmatched Series 7 coming in hot. Number 5. Down to the final 4 Penta figures of all time as voted by me. And number 4 could be my most controversial selection here, as I have a feeling a lot of people will have this maybe number 1, number 2, or maybe at worst number 3, depending who you are. But for me, it's going to be number 4. We're going to AEW once again. Shocker, I know. We're going to Jazzwares, but we're going to the Supreme line at number 4 for Penta. Now, the Supreme is the answer to the Mattel Ultimates. And I got to say, they really go Supreme over there. A lot of times you get multiple heads, multiple hands, title belts, but you also get extra body parts there to make different figures. And you got that with Penta. You got extras here, a headdress to add to them. There's a lot of bells and whistles with this one. But dare I say, for me, it was just a little, I don't know if too much is the right word, but it doesn't feel like Penta. Putting Penta in a Letterman's jacket here, like he's in a high school lacrosse team or something, just didn't play a lot of hits here for me. Now, obviously, he wore this to ring. Obviously, it was something him and his brother wore. He was the yin and yang, of course, to the Supreme. But to me, it just didn't hit like some of the other ones in our countdown. But at the same time, there's a lot of detail put into this. You do get the pinless joints, which, you know, plays a lot of hits for me here. I don't like it as much as some, but it is still a great figure. It's still a respectable figure, and it comes in at number 4 in my top 10 Penta countdown. Down to the final 3, and number 3 is the anomaly of the countdown. Yes, like a young Ace Frehley, of course. We're talking anomalies here, but number 3 comes to us not from Mattel, not from Jazzwares, but from Boss Fight. Number 3 is Boss Fight Penta, obviously. And we got a few different Penta figures from Boss Fight. As we do know, we got the more basic style, and then we got the more elite style. And this one is absolutely fabulous. The detail on this one is absolutely cool. I love the face. I love the torn mask, the screaming head. Very cool accessories. Very Lucha Underground feeling to me here. A fabulous, fabulous figure that flies under the radar of a lot of people because a lot of people do not own this figure. And I know there are some out there that say, well, I don't like it because it doesn't scale with Jazzwares and Mattel. And I think that's a little bit of, I don't know what the word is, but not every company has to make themselves Mattel or Jazzwares. They can do a different size. It's their company at the end of the day. Now, is that the right decision? That's another whole extra part of it here. But some people saying, well, it's a terrible figure because it's not in scale with those. I don't know if I would go that far. I do wish it was in scale, obviously, but a great figure is a great figure no matter the size, and it does transcend itself all the way to the number 3 spot in my countdown. Closer and closer to completing the countdown. We're at number 2, and once again, we go to Jazzwares, which means AEW, which means unrivaled Series 2, the first ever Penta figure from AEW. Still an amazing figure after all this time. What's it been? At least 5 years, possibly. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Magic, who's on Mattel now, worked on this one. But an all-timer of a figure. The black and white attack always looks good. The beautiful tattoo work, beautiful face paint, beautiful mask. Playing all the hits here with Penta. Absolutely toyetic. This one stood out in the crowd. It still stands out all these years later here as some of the best example of the time of the AEW Jazzwares Penta figures. Just absolutely love this one. It'll always be a breath of fresh air, and you always remember your first in a lot of ways, and this being the first Penta figure. Maybe the boss fight beat that one, I can't remember, but the first one from Jazzwares, absolutely still my favorite one. Coming in very hot at number 2, which means there can only be one. And I think most people know what number 1 is. I have to imagine most people that are doing this countdown and putting it in the comments are putting this at number 1 as well. But here we are. It's time for the number 1 Penta figure. Here we go. We're bringing it home. The old Penta countdown comes to a close with the number 1 selection. Once again, get your list in the comments down below. Don't forget to thumbs up, like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. All the usual stuff there. But here we are at number 1. And was there any doubt? Probably not. We're going to WWE Mattel Elite Defining Moments, the ringside collectible exclusive as the number 1 Penta figure of all time. Obviously, constant learning, constant improvement. Magic worked on it over in Jazzwares days. Coming over to Mattel, working on Penta again. I'm pretty sure he is the go-to Penta guy in the office, you would have to imagine. He's got the most experience, and he knocked it out of the park with this one. The removable mouth adds so much different complexity to the figure. Once again, you get the red, black, and white attack looking good. Colorful tattoos, face paint, mask. You're playing all the hits right here. And as I said, constant learning, constant improvement. This is the most recent Penta figure, and they set a pretty high bar here with the first Elite release. Can't wait to see the future Elites. Can't wait to see the future Ultimates. How do they top this? It's going to be tough, but it is possible, and I can't wait to see Mattel try to tackle it here in 2026. So Penta, defining moment, the number 1 Penta figure of all time. And once again, throwing up that big asterisk, you asked me a year, 2 years from now, this list is probably going to be totally different. So we'll see where that goes. Maybe a future video to revisit in the future. But number 1, a clear winner for me at this point in time. But what's the clear winner for you? Put it in the comments down below. Like and subscribe. I tell you that all the time. Make sure you're doing that. Check out my other YouTube channel while you're at it. YouTube channel memberships, Patreon, your best way to support the channel and early access to all the videos. You guys know that by now. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and the Kyle Peterson Show. Of course, that is the name of my podcast every single Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube, and the Kyle Peterson Show, gmail.com if you want to email me for whatever reason. So for the Penta Top 10, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we going to dance or are we going to play?